What's up, guys? It's your boy DarkSkin, and today we're going to be going over what units to invest in. Basically, what units you need to be working on as of right now, because a lot of people have been asking me these questions. So, I am going to be telling you guys. So, y'all can finally have the info, alright? So, starting out, right? Let's just talk about these units. These units right here are all coin shop units. All four of these units are coin shop units, right? So they're not even in the game yet. And then the rest of these units either didn't release, like all of these units did not release. And then there's SRs and Rs. The SRs and Rs I didn't put into the tier list. They don't really have that much value. You can get value out of other units a lot better, a lot easier. So that's just why I did it like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off, Green Meliodas. You guys should already know Green Meliodas is currently the best PvE unit in the game, right? His counter does amazing damage. His attack card actually does amazing damage. His passive is pretty good. He's all around a good unit. You're going to use this man for the entirety of story mode. Chapter 5, Chapter 6, Chapter 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all of them. If you play JP, you know. You're going to always be using him. So he's very good, right? Moving on to Guild Thunder. If you guys don't know what Guild Thunder does, he can boost the attack stat of his team, right? That makes him infinitely good. There's only like 2 or 3 units that can boost stats. I wouldn't say 2 or 3, but there's maybe like 4, right? Maybe 4. There's like 4 units that can boost stats. He boosts only attack, but he boosts he can boost the attack by like 60%, right? Very good unit, and he's an SR, so you can max dupe him. Really easy to level him up and work on him and everything like that. Very good unit, and he's pretty decent in PvP. His passive is really good in PvP as well. So overall, good unit. This is someone you have if you play JP, you would know, right? Like literally, people still use him. 9 months later, he is still used in like almost every raid. He's used on PvP, all of that. Very good unit. Now, moving on to King. I don't gotta speak too much on King. King is literally going to be a staple on almost every single team in every single game mode, throughout all the ranks of everything, right? He's used on PvP. He's a really good PvE unit. He's just used for everything, right? And he's free. He's your go-to unit for supporting starting in the game, going to mid to late game. He has insane damage on his ult. All around amazing unit. This is a unit that you're going to be working on. You want to be working on. Now, I know you guys see Green King here. Now, I know a lot of people have not been talking about Green King that much. The reason why is because the thing that Green King is used for is not out yet, but it is dropping tomorrow. Gray Demon is dropping tomorrow. This Green King is almost mandatory. It's almost like you almost can't beat extreme Gray Demon, or maybe even hard, without this Green King. He's a crit machine. He's going to be critting all the time. This is a unit that you're going to have to work on and you want to work on. That's why he's in the must-do as well. This Red Elizabeth. Don't get this confused with this Red Elizabeth. This Red Elizabeth is the healer Elizabeth. Now, the reason why she is a must-do is because she's an SR unit. You can get free ults. Like you can max her ult out for free. She's an amazing healer. Her passive heals you in the 4th slot. She's just all around an amazing unit right now, right? Very good unit. Okay. Now, these are all the must-dos. Okay. Moving on, we got the very good tier, right? These are units that are very good to work on, but they're not. You don't have to work on them, right? Blue Diane. Blue Diane, she's not really used for anything specifically, but she's very good in PvP, and she's pretty good in PvE as well. So, if you want to work on her, you can. It's not mandatory, but you definitely can work on her if you would like to. Now, look at the next 4 units. Slater, Bond, Blue Elliehawk, Red Elliehawk. You do not have to work on all 4 of these units. The reason why I put very good is because they're all very good for Red Demon. You just need one of them as your damage dealer. Now, whoever you have or whatever you want to do, right? But all of these units are just very good for Red Demon, right? You could obviously do Red Demon without them. That's why I didn't put them in must do. But they are almost like, these are the go-to 4 units, right? You just take one of them though. Like all of them are damage dealers. So if you have one of them on your team, you should be fine. But Slater, Crit Machine, does insane damage. Bond gets boosted in the Red Demon, so he's very good. Ellie Hawk is really good with how her abilities and everything work. And then her passive makes her really good, because if she doesn't take damage, she does extra damage every single turn. So very, very, very good units right there. Make sure you guys invest in one of them. Gustav, just very good because he has freeze. Literally, that's literally why he's good. If you guys don't know what freeze is, freeze just stuns the enemy, petrify, whatever you want to call it. It's CC, right? You can freeze level 1, level 2, and level 3. Makes him very good. And he's an SR unit, so you can max him out pretty easily. Also, level 2 freeze and level 3 freeze does additional damage if you attack after. So Gustav is just amazing for that. Going on to Green Helbram. Green Helbram, I'll probably put him down here, honestly. We'll put him down here. The reason why Green Helbram wasn't very good or useful is because he boosts the attack-related stats of allies. So it's going to be attack, crit chance, crit damage, penetration, all of that. The reason why he's not better than SR Helbram, or SR Guild Thunder, is because Guild Thunder is an SR unit. You can max him easily. And since he's an SSR, you're not going to be able to max him as easy. You need SSR pendants that you got to put into him. It's just a lot more work for a unit that's not going to be doing as much of the work. Guild Thunder, you're only using them for the boost. Same thing with Helbram. So it's like the fact you have to put so many resources into Helbram is not as good. So he's useful, but he's not better than Guild Thunder. Guild Thunder's definitely the better pick if you had to choose, okay? Merlin. Merlin is good for the same reason Gustav is good, which is freeze. She has freeze. Now Gustav's better in that regard because he's an SR unit. He's easier to obtain. He's easier to max out, right? But she's still very good as well. Now Kane. Kane is, the reason why Kane is here is literally his passive. His passive gives you increased damage in like boss raids. So Red Demon, Gray Demon, all of the demons, he gives you increased damage, which is going to be very, very good because you just want extra damage. You want to take the boss down as fast as possible. Very good unit. She's a healer. Her and her are kind of similar, but she's better just because she's an SR and she, you know, she can, what's it called? You can obtain her easier. You can max her out easier. So that's why she's overall better. As far as right now, Arthur's good because he can boost people. He can boost, you know, and then his passive works on humans. Useful unit. You don't have to max him out. Jericho does a lot of single target DPS. The downfall is she has to ramp up her damage. It's not immediate. She has to stack it. So she's not that good in PvP, but in PvE she's really good, or pretty good. You don't have to max her out. You can if you want to, whatever. Red Bond. Red SR Bond is very good. Well, he could go up here or down here. He's really good because he can take away ult gauge. Not many units can take away ult gauge. I put him in useful because you don't really need to take away ult gauge, but it's a good thing, right? He's one of the only units. There's only a couple. But he can take away ult gauge. He's an SR unit, so he's really easy to get. You can max him out pretty easily. And yeah, not too bad. Now, Last Resort are basically just the other SSRs, right? You don't, like, literally none of these are going to be used for almost anything. They're literally Last Resort. These units are what you work on if you have nothing else to do. If you have everybody else, right, maxed out, these are the units to work on. These are Last Resort. Last Resort, you're not going to be using them most of the time. That's just how it is, right? Like, if you look, like, at my JP box, he's still an SSR. He's an SSR. Pretty sure these two are SSRs. Like, it's just, like, they're just not useful, really, for anything. That's just the reality of it. But, yeah, this is mainly the, this is what you need to work on or what you should be working on or doing, etc., yada, yada, yada. Like I said, these are coin shop units. I will be talking about them as they come out, so I will be having videos for those of you that don't know or want to know or whatever the case may be. Golgius, he has a good passive on his for demon raids as well, but Kane's just the better option, honestly. You want to unlock their passive, so it's going to take him a lot longer than Kane, so that's that. Obviously there's some decent SRs in here, right? Like Green Gother's not that bad, Red Slater's not that bad. You could even talk about Blue Jericho and Blue Meliodas. They're pretty decent, nothing crazy, but they're not bad, right? But it's just like, you're not going to be focused on them, especially with these other SSRs that you have that you want to be focusing on. So yeah, but anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys did in the comment section below. That being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.